Let's go. Tuesday covers MLB best bets, starting things off with Carty, then Jon Metler jumping in, and then I'll have some pitcher props coming up. Big shout out to our boy Joe Osborne sweeping the board yesterday. Big help there. Good morning to everybody there in the chat, and good morning to everybody there back at the covers headquarters. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. Tuesday, All-Star break is behind us. Normalcy is here. The Blue Jays are an absolute wagon. PB to bet last night. If you're following me on socials yesterday, hit an absolute monster, $975, like double whatever I've done. So let's hope that bleeds into the picks today. Been a rough go. The schedule before and after the All-Star break, a little tricky, but let's get some numbers here with our friend Derek Carty. Get the bat numbers in. Derek, happy Tuesday. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing well. Had a good day yesterday. Hit a Martin Maldonado RBI at plus 600, which was pretty nice. We got a pretty solid board today, so yeah, I'm doing well.
All right, good morning to everybody there. Yes, Jared King, that Blue Jays ticket was nice. Let's get to the release procedure. If new to the show, producer Mick on the buttons helping us out here. We'll tell you the book. We'll tell you the secondary book. We'll tell you the game. We'll tell you the market. We'll tell you the player, the over-under. Let us know where it's going. Let us know where it's moving. And then we move on. We try to get the best numbers we can, as always, but also try to find some books that you guys have, because not everybody has those same outs. Let's get things cooking immediately. We're at 365. Fanatics, DK, MGM, 5 points off. Houston at Arizona. Pitcher strikeouts. Hey, number held. Way to go. Eduardo Rodriguez, lefty. Let's go. Over 5.5 strikeouts, plus 115. I didn't think that number would hold, Derek. It's not too often that the strikeout numbers that show value on your projections hold to 917.
Yeah, I mean, we did have 125 when I sent the original list, but 115 is still a solid enough price here. Erod is good pitcher, high strikeout guy, can be wild at times, can be erratic, but overall, this is a pretty reasonable number to get over at a good price. Facing an Astros team that is just, their lineup is really not good these days. There are some iterations that can be a little less strikeout heavy, so hopefully we get the right lineup. But when we get the right lineup, this is an above average team for strikeouts. Erod projects for about 6 strikeouts right on the nose. So over 5.5 at plus 115. That's solid value here.
Like it. Yeah, I'm struggling with the hits allowed, but that pitch count is high. And that's something that you can set your watch to 3 times. Ceiling's high, good. 3 times, and it starts this year. Double-digit strikeouts. Not a lot of pitchers can say that for a guy that should see 95, maybe 200 pitches. And we go on to the next guy, who I don't know if I've ever seen a market correct or move so quickly on it. So we're at 365. Secondaries are Hard Rock at 5 points. SIA. DraftKings is 15 points off. Milwaukee at Seattle. Pitcher walks. Numbers there. Jacob Mizorowski over 1.5 walks. Even money here. This was a guy like minus 125 at over 2.5 with a shorter leash, Derek. It seems like the correction. It's one of those things where we knew his walk numbers in the minors were crazy. The narrative for this young pitcher and the betting favorite for the NL Rookie of the Year and the All-Star, that seems to all kind of be blowing into this is one of the best pitchers, but you have to look at that bigger sample of the command. And I know maybe 2 starts he's had or 3 starts. He's shown decent command, but I'll take the bigger sample.
I will too. As much as we've heard about this guy, like I feel like just everyone is talking about him and loves him. He's only made 5 major league starts. Like, we definitely should not be trusting this sample size completely, especially in terms of his control, which you look at what he's done in the minors. He has been a walk rate above 4, usually above 5, sometimes above 6 at every single level. And over 5 major league starts, it's his walk per 9 is 3.8. Like, that is definitely coming up. And I think just the overall talent is being conflated a little bit here with a skill that he's actually pretty terrible at. The bat's projecting about 2.25 walks here. I liked this better this morning when we had whatever plus 115 or something like that. But even at even money, even at minus 105, minus 110, this is still good. It sucks that he has a really good umpire working for him today, but if you're wild and missing the zone by a lot, the umpire doesn't matter. So I think we're getting in good here on him.
All right, Chris in the chat asking projections, 5.24 strikeouts for the young right-hander on 80 pitches. The outs looking somewhere around 13 and a half to 14. So everything has to go right if we do get some of that command issues that we've seen in the past.
This is one of those things, if we're talking about his other markets, I know if you're using the BAT-X, you will see that it likes his strikeout unders. I'm not touching that. This is kind of a similar situation, I feel like, to Skeens last year. Yeah, where we don't have like a huge sample size. His stuff plus is just off the charts at the major league level. And we really don't have a great sense of what his leash is yet. Like in the minors, they really babied him. We've seen him have a couple of long starts in the majors, a couple of not so long starts. So like, we really don't know where that leash is going to settle. I feel much more comfortable taking an over because the leash could theoretically be longer, which is great for our walk stuff. And I feel much less comfortable taking an under, especially strikeouts.
Like it. But myself, he hurt me. I think we triple dipped him last start, right? We had the walks, the strikeouts, and the over or the under 14 and a half outs.
Yeah, I think the walks and the outs, I think it was double, and he managed to miss.
Oh, the hits allowed, the 3.5 hits allowed.
That's what it was. Yeah, the hits and the outs, and we managed to miss both.
Yeah. No, so I have some trust issues with him, but I do think that the walk issues are something that you can take a look at for sure. Mizorowski in, let's go. Houston, Arizona. We're at Bet365 here. DraftKings is 30 points off, but it's a big plus money number. Fanatics plus 280. Houston, Arizona. And I mean, the walk form is great for this guy. I know this is not the first time we've got him. I know we've dabbled on like the Tuesday, on the Wednesday, hit him, and then he hits on the Thursday. We've played that game of hopscotch with our buddy Josh Naylor for a walk, but plus 350 here. We're taking him for the walk. Is the 320 at DraftKings playable right now?
Yeah, definitely. This one shows pretty crazy value. You can play this down quite a bit. Let me see if I can find a more specific number.
Seen Fanatics at plus 280.
Plus 280 is still good. Once we get past that, I'm probably out, but definitely anything over 300 is great, which is, I think, every book except for Fanatics. And the plus 280 at Fanatics is still fine. For whatever reason, go ahead.
10 walks last 10 games, man. It's like I said, the form's there, and he faces Valdez, who might be one of the best cluster walk pitchers in all of baseball.
Yeah. For whatever reason, just some days the books seem to misprice Josh Naylor. I've bet him, I'm looking at my sheet, it looks like 15 times so far this year, or no, actually 12 times this year, up 5 units on it. I've won 4 of those 12. When he projects like this, and today he actually projects a little bit better than he otherwise would. I don't think we've ever hit him on one of the covers shows that I've bet him, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I think we bet him like 4 or 5 times here, and it hasn't hit yet. So today we're hitting them here. But it's been, if you follow the bat every day, this has been a very profitable one when he projects like this.
All right, couple hitter markets here. We go to Toronto. We go to Bet365. Secondary book right now, SIA. We'll get to it. Hitter strikeouts. I know it's not the most widely available one, but it's a market that shows value, especially when you get a guy, Yorbit Vivas. And after Peraza's defensive blunders yesterday, he'll probably get the start as a lefty bat versus Scherzer. but let's go as our number there, plus 140, Yorbit Vivas, under 0.5 hitter strikeouts. 140, SIA, plus 130, 12 strikeouts and 60 PAs in the majors, 23 Ks and 240 PAs at Scranton. There's pinch hit risk late in this game. There's a lot to like. The hardest thing is to find the market.
Yes. This is a guy who is not a big strikeout guy to begin with, has a huge pinch hit risk, 52%, facing Scherzer, who is obviously not the pitcher he once was. The stuff plus is down. This is a guy that has been showing up well in this market since he got called up, and the books haven't really adjusted yet. So I'm in on Vivas again.
Nice. And everybody in the chat getting on the name. Absolutely. Yeah, ESPN was a good run on that market. There's a reason
they still
why.
have the market usually, I think, but they just don't add it until later in the day. So he might go up later on if ESPN decides to add him.
All right, let's go. From Yorbit Vivas to Cole Young. Let's go. Milwaukee, Seattle, same market, same book, 5 points off at SIA. We go. Seattle's Cole Young, under 0.5 hitter strikeouts, plus 175. Derek, talk to me because it's Mazeroski. A little worried.
That's the scary part. Thought about avoiding this because, again, I don't want to take the under on Mizorowski K stuff. But Cole Young's a guy who shows up well in this market frequently. He has good plate discipline. He's young. This year in the majors, he has a 21% strikeout rate, which is above average. But it's only 140 plate appearances. You look at what he's done in the minors, he's been like low teens at every level. So probably a better strikeout guy than the major league numbers indicate so far. A little bit of pinch hit risk, not a lot, but a little bit. And, Mizorowski's scary, but I will take him at this number.
175. You got a buy price too on that if we see that move later in the day?
Yeah, let me pull up a buy price on him. I think you're good to maybe 165. The 175 is actually not as great as it looks like earlier this morning. We had like 190 or 195. So with the move, I don't like it too much further than this.
All right. That's why it gets released there at the end. So to start things off, Eduardo Rodriguez, over 5.5 strikeouts, plus money there. Mizorowski, over 1.5 walks at even money. Naylor, walk. Love that one, plus 350. Vivas, under hitter Ks, and Young, under hitter Ks at plus 175. Derek, I appreciate it. Let's get, as someone pointed out in the chat, some over pitcher props to start things off.
I know. Crazy.
Isn't that fancy? Awesome. Appreciate you, pal. Let's get some winners. Back tomorrow, same time. We'll see you later. Appreciate it, man.
Yep. Have a good one.
Okay. Coming up next, we got some Jon Metler home run props. I got some more pitcher stuff. And as John comes on, always just good to talk random things with Jon Metler. How are you, buddy?
Good. How are you? How's your Tuesday going?
Tuesday's good. Tuesday's very good. More baseball, lots of baseball this weekend with the family. Now I need a Jon Metler preference.
Okay.
Kid got a new glove. Dad said, I got to treat myself to a new glove. Then I got a new glove. I won't tell you whose is whose, but you see, this is one glove.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that color code. This is color code 2.
Yeah, that one's yours.
How do you know that?
Because I follow you on X.
Oh, yeah.
You tweeted it out, but I was gonna let you show me anyways.
I know. Hey, baseball gloves. I might have a new addiction other than D-word cards because
that one's pretty cool though. The color scheme. I was trying to think what MLB team does. An MLB team have a City Connect that kind of matches that a little bit, or no?
Arizona has one exactly like that.
Yeah. I knew someone had it, and I like that City Connect jersey too.
Oh, baseball gloves are the coolest things to buy ever. Tuesday, you and Joe here yesterday, winners, but you're going back. You're going back to the well on some guys today. And we always talk about that. Can you just explain, like, betting just home run props is a very difficult thing. Like you're not going 3-0 here. You're not going 2-1. It's tough to go on a big run.
Yeah.
But when you hit guys and you like their situation, maybe in the same series, getting off them is a very hard thing to do. And the running joke with your home run props is, hey, look at Suarez hit a home run the day after you bet him. Where do you value staying on a play and when do you get off?
Yeah, I think Suarez has hit 5 home runs in like 4 or like 5 in like 3 games since I bet him. He didn't homer in the one I bet him in, but he's had a bunch since then. It really just comes down to doing the same thing that you like initially landed on, how you initially landed on them in the first time. So like, is the weather good? Is the wind blowing out? Like, are all those factors still there? And then obviously it just comes down to the price. I mean, I can talk about, so yesterday, Christian Walker was one of the guys I bet on. I was so mad because, on the at-bat app, I saw there was a guy on first and he was up to a bat and it said in play runs. And I was like, he hit a homer. Like the guy's on first. Like this probably got to be a homer, right?
Yeah.
He hit one off like right center wall at the very top of the wall, right below the outline to Arizona. It's like the deepest part of the field. I think they said it's 427 feet and he got a double.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. So then, but today, so he had 2 hits. He had a good game. Like kind of the things you want are still there. But today he's like plus 380. Yesterday he's plus 525. So I'm not going to run that one back because at the end of the day, it does come down to price. But if you're still seeing a good price and that edge is still there and you still think the matchup's playing all this stuff, I go back to some guys. And I am going back to some guys today.
All right. Drop them, bud. Show me what you get.
First one, not a bet from yesterday, but we're going with Addison Barger from the Toronto Blue Jays here. He's going against Cam Schlittler. I think I'm saying that right. I couldn't really find anyone pronouncing his name. He is a rookie. He's made 1 start. I know he won minor league pitcher of the year last year for the Yankees. He does throw gas. He can throw like 100, but I was kind of looking at his minor league splits. His first game, he gave up 2 home runs, 2 left-handed batters. You're in Toronto, obviously not an easy ballpark to pitch in. Addison Barger has come out of the All-Star break here. I think he had 6 hits in that series against the Giants. I know he put one in the second deck a couple games ago as well. So plus 480. I like this closer to plus 375. I just thought there was something here for Barger. He didn't play yesterday, but left-handed bat against Schlittler. It does seem like that's kind of the mismatch for him. I mean, it's a really small sample size. You're looking at minor league numbers. I think he was drafted in like 2023. So I can take Barger. I think it's a good price for him. Next up, these are the 2 I'm coming back to. I'm going Christian Yelich plus 520. Brian Summers tweeted at me before I came on here. He said, I think we should run back Christian Yelich. And you are right, because it is in the show here. Plus 520 just feels like too good of a price here. I felt like this should be closer to plus 400. It's kind of everything that plays like you're saying yesterday. So he's going against Logan Gilbert, right-handed pitcher. Christian Yelich, left-handed bat. 17 of his 19 home runs have come against right-handed pitchers. You're in T-Mobile Park, like I said yesterday, kind of like middle of the pack for left-hand batters, but it's way better than Milwaukee this year. So you like that for Yelich. What really stood out here was 6 at-bats against Logan Gilbert. He has 3 hits, 2 home runs. And you're like, oh my God, like we're talking about like running it back. If I think this should be plus 400, you're giving me a plus 520. And then you kind of see that BVP and kind of all those other elements are there for it. I'm going to take Christian Yelich plus 600 on 365. That's a really good price. I don't think 365 had him posted when I was doing this. So you get to these pretty early in the morning. So a couple spots have kind of waited till later in the day to post their home run prop. So you might be able to find better prices than I'm even talking about here. So definitely go check out, the market when I do give these. These are the prices I bought them at though. Last guy, give me Jose Altuve. I was talking about Christian Walker yesterday. Altuve is back in the desert. Altuve also hit a ball to I think because I saw his first out was like a 380-foot out. And I was like, man, like how close was that to a home run? Like both these guys yesterday. And it was a catch like right at the wall. I think it would have been short, but the guy caught it up against the wall, made like a small jump. He, again, good at bats. Like he had a double yesterday. He had a hit. The price point yesterday was crazy. I highlighted yesterday at plus 800. I thought that was way off. Plus 600 to me is still off, especially against Eduardo Rodriguez. Altuve's, the splits are a little different this year for Altuve, but he historically is someone who just mashes left-handed pitching. Eduardo Rodriguez, 12 of the 16 home runs he's given up this year has been to right-handed batters. He's given up 5 homers the last 2 games. Chase Field, good ballpark for right-handed batters. Plus 600. I think this should be closer to plus 400. It's kind of the same price I felt like yesterday when I was grabbing plus 800 on Altuve. I'm running this back. Altuve, this is what was driving me crazy too. Altuve also has 2 home runs already in his career against Eduardo Rodriguez. So you're always joking about those next day theory, and then you see Yelich with 2 home runs. And you see Altuve with 2 home runs. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to run these back.
All right, running it back. Appreciate the home runs, Johnny. Back tomorrow, same time as always, as we have this new format right up, I believe, to the NFL season, which kicks off in 9 days. Camp in 1 day. Get that baseball in you because football's about to dominate. Johnny, have a great Tuesday, pal.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, speed time. Let's go. No messing around. 4 pitcher props. Producer Mick, bring up 2 first names. Some people say you can't trust guys with 2 first names. I am Davis Daniel, under 5.5 hits allowed, -120. I like the outs here. Multiple pass. He's a short leash pitcher who just threw 73 pitches in his debut. That bullpen is fresh. So there's the path of maybe just 4 innings, 5 innings, a short leash there. He's also pitched very well. His debut was great. His debut start was great. 2 hits, 4 innings. His other appearance, 0 hits allowed in 1 inning. And this is a guy that's certainly well under a hit per inning at AAA. So 75 pitches, 4 innings, 3 hits allowed. I'll take it. But if he is good, if he is dealing 5 hits, 6 innings is also on the table. I'll take that. -120, buying that to around -135. Let's stay there. Let's go. Lando Roop over 4.5 strikeouts plus money here. It's hot in Atlanta. I get that. But sometimes in these spots where you don't want to create contact, you need to have some more miss bat stuff. And that's what hopefully we're getting with Loop, where I'm buying this to +110. The pitch count projected to around 85. But there's a spot where he goes 95 plus. In his 2 games before the break, the right-hander, 100 plus pitches. So if that carries over here and I'm getting that kind of leash, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts for a guy who's been better on the road for K percentage than he has been at home. Add in Atlanta, still a top 5 team in K percentage over the last 30 days, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, not a lot to ask for. Let's move on. Houston, Arizona, Eduardo Rodriguez, already on the Ks. Let's take him for outs, 15.5, even money, probably buying that to -115. If you're just getting to this and you still got the price at the strikeouts, you still got the price at the outs, I think you split a unit up on both that are even money to see where it goes, because he is a high strikeout guy. That can run the pitch count up. But 15.5 outs at this price for a guy who can throw 95 plus pitches is a spot where I want to get in on. Yes, there is some spots where he could absolutely fall on his face, but out of the break, a little more time to adjust. He was giving up a lot of hits before the break. Like I said, big leash, projects for 92 pitches, 16.9 outs. A lot to like about Eduardo. A little bit on both for me, strikeouts and the outs. And finally got a good price on a walk prop. We were absolutely hitting these. We were taking walk props, overs, unders at +120 or better. And then all of a sudden, DraftKings doesn't have under walks. That's kind of suspicious. We're not seeing a lot of these numbers. We're starting to see books, instead of putting the 150 here, we'll go to 2.5 and put it in a different spot, in a less risky spot. I like this +150. I like it down to +130. And this is a spot where I don't understand where this giant number is coming from. He's coming back up from the minors, but he's still 85 to 90 pitches. He had 22 walks over 68 innings. This is a guy that can go 6 innings, 3 walks. Or this is a guy who doesn't have great command, because over his 12 starts with San Diego this year, he has 0 starts of 0 walks. So it's always in play. The floor is low, and at that price, which I'd buy to +130, I think that's where we go. So Chris McCauley saying there in the chat, Christian Walker is +500 on 365. Do you like that price? John, I can't speak for him now, but if he had him yesterday, there's probably a good chance that he goes today. Jays keep winning. Big ticket yesterday. Let's break a trend. Joe with the sweep yesterday. Keep the show rolling. That's my job today. Appreciate everybody there in the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe, do all those things. If you're looking for my record, I just did my July numbers because I absolutely hate, and I'm getting some flack in the comments. All my stuff's posted. Looking at my sample size over a 10-day break that includes going into and coming out of the All-Star break is absolutely ridiculous. Not hiding from it. I got -8 units on my MLB posted plays since the All-Star break. But guess what? Up nearly 30 units on the year in every baseball play that I've released. Baseball is one of the slowest grinding sports to win money at. Hockey found ways to scam the system, win big money in some spots. Football, same way, taking some big swigs there. Baseball is not the same. We see the market correct faster than anything else. We saw those walks. We saw them take away markets when they don't want to. Baseball is an absolute grind, and you look at it at the end of the season and not just over 8-day stretches. So appreciate everybody there. As always, Josh Inglis covers Tuesday MLB Best Bets. Back again tomorrow. Let's go. We'll see you later.